In other news tonight, former Prime Minister the Right Honourable Hubert Ingraham is sharing his views on the Baha Mar saga, saying the road to recovery has been long and has come with a hefty price. Here's Clint Watson.
Former Prime Minister the Right Honourable Hubert Ingraham says it's his view that the government should have not interfered in Baha Mar's initial bankruptcy hearing in the U.S.
Baha Mar should not have closed. The Bahamas government, in my view, made a fundamentally bad and wrong decision when it decided to put Baha Mar in liquidation.
Having put the company in liquidation, he says it means that the government tilted in favor of the contractor and the bank. So what's the way out?
The Bahamas government yelled and screamed all over this place that this was against the sovereign interests of the Bahamas, etc., etc., neglecting to tell the population, listen, this is nothing new for the Bahamas. Resorts International on Paradise Island was in Chapter 11 in bankruptcy in the States. That didn't threaten our sovereignty then. In fact, when Kirchner came here in 94 and bought that place, he bought it out of bankruptcy.
As to the contractors, workers and suppliers owed money, and then those companies who have invested money to open shops and restaurants in the property, well, Mr. Ingraham is not sure how those persons will get paid, as he suggests there are legal issues over payments made during liquidation and whether preference can be given to pay one creditor over the other. Mr. Ingraham says had Baha Mar been open, thousands of persons would have been employed and the government would be collecting millions in revenue, and the challenges the country is facing with international credit rating agencies would be non-existent. But he says it boils down to that one bad decision.
The government is better off supporting Sarkis's mailing in those effort for them to have it in liquidation permanently as opposed to provisionally as it is now, and for the Chinese people to take their property, which is mortgaged, and do what they want to do subject to the government's approval, and for Baha Mar, Mr. Ismail and those, to be able to sue the contractor for non-performance, for messing the project up, and let their suit go on and hopefully have the place completed and opened by whoever it is. But as long as the government has the liquidation, it ain't gonna happen. I made it my own personal business to speak directly to the Prime Minister about this before they decided these things, or when they were doing these things, and gave him my view. And so I am happy I gave my view, but it was their decision to make, and they made the decision. Now we all are going to suffer suffering because of it.
Mr. Ingraham also believes the resort will not open before the next general election.
That's out of the question. That doesn't even arise. That doesn't even arise.
No?
Impossible. Now, it's not impossible for work to start, but no. Cannot be open. No, that's out of the question.
Prime Minister Christie has gone on record revealing that they are making significant progress with negotiations and should be announcing a new buyer for the mega property soon. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.